So I was sick when I watched this episode. I still am sick, but I will try to recall what happens in this episode. I don't remember a whole lot happening, but we'll see. So yeah, here we go. So it starts where the last episode left off, and they enter the vampire's nest, and we see all these kids and teenagers just kind of like chilling, not really leaving, even though they're like right next to the exit. And Mitsuba does explain, the whole thing about how, they're offered safety in exchange for blood. We all know this. And they just kind of feel scared, so they're not really going anywhere. It doesn't take them long before they get attacked by a vampire. And I will take note that every vampire in this nest has white hair. And it just kills me because I love white-haired characters. And I just had to watch a ton of white-haired vampires die. It's okay. They're all nobodies. They're all noobs. But yeah, he makes quick work of them. Mitsuba tries to smack you after he kills the first vampire that appeared for, not saying information and, attacking without whatever. And you stops her and is like, hey, I assessed the situation. I think we're okay here and you shouldn't get after me, which, yeah. I think Mitsuba maybe, despite her issues, maybe a little too eager to just kind of control people. And I don't know, maybe there's a reason she's not technically the leader of the group, even though she acts like leader of the group. I'm just saying. As she tries to lecture him, he has to move her out of the way because the next vampire attacks, and this one was really adorable looking, and it was really, really hard to see, him die. Look at me, I'm getting teared up almost over a character that barely had any presence. Oh, I kill myself sometimes. Shiho ends up making a crack how, Yu's almost as good as him, which Yu is not very amused about, and we get another little cute moment between the cute boy trio. As they go further in, they realize that they are surrounded by a ton of vampires. It was a trap. Oh no. A really hot looking, perfect-haired, white-haired vampire informs them as, he's choking Mitsuba that it was in fact a trap, and the little girl that told them location was told by that group of vampires to tell them the location so they could make some quick work of these, vampire hunters. Big surprise. I was kind of suspicious at how eager she was to tell the location before. Anyways, through the power of teamwork, it really doesn't take long for the 5 of them to just destroy this group. Of course, it's just another group of second-rate vampires. Seriously, guys, send some first-rate vampires after these guys. Why even bother? You're just killing the masses here. Afterwards, we see they rescued all the kids that were being used as livestock. And they're all just very grateful and relieved to finally be safe. The little girl who had informed them of the location felt really bad, though, and she was very tearful and apologetic. And Yu was like, hey, it's okay. You were doing what you had to do. It's all right, and she's forgiven, obviously. I don't think he ever really blamed her. Shinoa continues to be annoying and tries to, ship them together weirdo. I don't know. Mitsuba is obviously not amused, but I do feel like Mitsuba also has a crush. I'm thinking this is one of those shows where everybody has a crush on you because you is the protagonist. I'm just saying. Mitsuba does end up finding out what Yu's backstory is through Shinoa, which I really felt like was not Shinoa's place. She goes to thank him for saving her life, but also say, hey, it's not your fault you left. You did the right thing. And he's like, no, I didn't. Can you please stop? And it's just messy. Later, we see that Shiho can hotwire a car. And Yu is honestly just impressed and over the moon of this guy. Wow, you can hotwire a car? You can drive a car? Clearly you know everything. Please teach me to drive. And Shiho blushes a little like, yeah, praise me, it's cool. Yu ends up later trying to drive the car, and he just does it horrifically, like probably worse than my driving. And when Shiho tries to stop him, he ends up getting hit by the car. It was really funny. Look at his smug face. He didn't think he did anything wrong. He's like, yeah, look at me, I can drive. It's pretty easy. I just hit you, but oh well, I'm getting better. Shinoa, who thinks she's perfect, tries to claim that she's going to drive, but she's too short to drive. She's too short. Everybody laughs at her, and she just gets knocked down a ton of pegs. And in retaliation, she, beats up the two boys. But yeah, that was like, yeah, you had a piece of humble pie. As Shiho is driving them, they end up coming across this really cute-looking vampire. I think they said his name was Crawley. I'm not sure. But, he's so strong, and Yu's just like, ram it. But, he stops the car, and they all end up falling out. And then he throws the car at him. This isn't just any vampire. This is Superman, man. 2 more vampires show up, and we find out they're nobles, of course, or at least the middle guy, Crawley, is. And they realize they cannot take these nobles on probably by themselves. And they all well, we'll just put all ourselves into this, do what we can to fight them off. And Shinoa gets those markings on her face as well. So I guess they were reacting because that's normal. But this is the first time I saw somebody other than you have it. So I thought maybe it was a you exclusive thing, but I guess it's not. Anyways, they don't stick around for long because those 2 girls came to tell him, Crowley, that he had to leave. They have to go somewhere. And the episode just kind of ends there with the group just being left behind. Some of them relieved to even be alive. And you honestly being disappointed because he was ready to go slaughter some more vampires. But yeah, so that's the end of the episode. I'm sorry about my voice. I should have probably waited, but I wanted to do this while the episode was somewhat fresh in my brain, because I didn't want to have to rewatch the episode. Anyways, so yeah. All right. That's it. Bye.